次那个挑选那个《深入河谷》这个片子来上海电影节做展映，是因为这个片子是他最新的电影呢，还是出于其他的方面的原因
？What was the choosing Down in the Valley as being the main focus of this event? Was it because it's your most recent film, or for some other reason?
Yeah, mostly just it was an opportunity to bring it to a wider audience, and especially because, like we've talked about, I think there's probably not too great a chance that it'll get a wide release in China. I mean, obviously, maybe you said it was out on DVD already.
I saw pirated.
Oh yeah, but it just seemed like a good. Mostly just because it's the most recent.
Because you actually have had some other recent movies, but they're not really under your control. Right? The Illusions.
Right, but that's not actually. That wasn't available because they didn't want to bring that anywhere yet until they're holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, mostly it was just that it was the most recent, and also again once we kind of hit on that thread between them, I felt like this was certainly another one very strongly in that thematic vein. So it seemed great to come up with a kind of a thematic idea, and then to have a new one that people wouldn't be familiar with.
Can I say that it was also because it's really an indie movie as opposed to a studio movie?
For sure.
Okay. 这个有两个原因，一个是这是我最新完成的，但是是我最新完成的一个独立制片，因为他还在很多八大公司也拍电影，但是这个一个就是说，因为这是一个独立制片，是可能在不做这个回顾展的话，不一定中国观众会有机会就是广泛的看这部电影。那么有一个可能发 DVD 或者什么的，但是这个主要不是像一个大的那个分成片来操作。还有正好它的主题，这个题材正好是这个精神家园的这个是完全跟过去的那个是一罐子那样的。
那很多中国观众也关心他现在这个拍摄完成那个面纱，现在是制作到哪个阶段了
？A lot of people are wondering how post-production is going on Painted Veil, and what's the situation?
It's going very well. I think we're still editing the story. I guess I would say we're in a phase of still editing the film and working on the music of the film. I don't think that I don't think it'll be finished until really completely finished. I would say until the end of the summer, after Labor Day, so early September, and then the plan at the moment is I'm sure they're push the release to early December, and but everything's. I think it looks very promising to me, even in its rough form. I think it looks really promising. I'm just going to grab a tea.
Okay. 面纱的这个后期工作进行的非常顺利。我们还在剪片，还在编音乐，因为这部影片的音乐是很重要，是一个很有名的一个作曲。我以后给你他的名字。因为我们花了很多这个后期是要做的，其实是很重要的一部分。所以估计完成的剪片工作、设计还有音乐应该是8月底或者是9月初。完了，这个发行的计划是在12月初。中国应该是跟那个几乎同步，或者稍微早一点。但是他看了很多剪的一个初步的版本，他觉得是很棒的，看起来非常好。当然还没有做完，所以他不会做最后的判断，但是看起来很好。还有一个问题吗？
就是
他就是去
他那个 就是在拍完这个片子《面纱》以后，他还参与其他工作，因为他除了主演还是制片人，在后期制作当中，他还参与了一些其他什么样的工作？
在面纱。
对。
What kind of role are you playing in the post production for Painted Veil, considering that you're one of the producers of the film?
I think it's important in the. I think having directed and having for a lot of years watched the way that studios come in on directors. I think it's really important to leave a director alone for a long time. I'm not a big believer in giving a director a lot of notes every single time he does a new cut of the film, because usually a director, when they're showing the latest cut, in a lot of ways they're doing it because just by looking at it again themselves, they're going to learn a lot and have a lot of notes. They're going to learn a lot and have a lot of work to do. And I really don't even like to start throwing a lot of notes in until I feel like a director, in a way, is really asking for them. And we've finally hit that phase. John's been working.
So have you watched every cut so far? Or
yeah. But I just started. The last few weeks, I've been, giving my notes to John, my comments, and so on the creative level, I'm letting John bounce his concerns or questions off of me, and I'm offering a few of my own to him, and then there's certain things to like things, as a producer, it's good to help John by making him not have to deal too much with interacting with the studio about release dates or marketing materials. I went over to, I'll go over and study the marketing materials, just to try to take some of the load of those kinds of decisions off of John. So we're dealing. There's a little bit of a creative, and then there's kind of the marketing and the release strategy, and then there's other things like even some stuff he just needs. We're trying to find with Antonio. We're trying to find certain people to do some sound recording, post-production sound recording of a group. We don't want to do it in Los Angeles because we don't want to use American Chinese. Yeah, we want to use Chinese voices.
And ADR maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. 这个